May 20th, myself and my partner, Master Deputy Alicia Pellegrino, we were patrolling the area of Pine Hills, one of our crime areas. Given the rain that day and the weather, we weren't able to patrol on horseback as we normally do.
Everything that you see police do in a car, we do on the horses, which makes it even more fun for us. And there's something exciting, I guess, if you will, to be able to do our job on the horses and be able to do it as well as the people in the patrol cars, while we're trying to maintain the situation that we're dealing with along with an animal, if you will. It's exciting.
We like to be proactive. We're a proactive unit. We like to be out in the community. If we're not on horseback or we can't ride that day, we're out patrolling in our trucks. They need us out here. So we still decided to go out and work the area, looking for arrest or whatever criminal activity. The guy come out said she stole electronics. This is your purse?
Basically that day we were working directed patrol, which is the mounted unit. It had been storming off and on all day long, so we weren't on the horses that day. We were in our marked trucks patrolling. This is called Zone 12, and we were just doing traffic stops and, you know, some crime prevention.
So we come here to the Sitco, where we see a car that matches the description from a robbery from the day before. So we circle around, myself and my partner, Master Deputy Alicia Pellegrino. We stop about here, where we block the vehicle in.
When we were checking out it, my partner plain viewed the vehicle, saw some drugs.
When I looked inside the car, I could see cannabis in the center console and that the vehicle was left running unattended.
We were trying to get the owner of the vehicle. Nobody was responding really to speak of, so we did have an individual walk out.
I then ordered the defendant over to me when he took off running. He took off running across the parking lot towards the city trends over there. I then pursued him and notified the dispatcher, Master Deputy Pellegrino, and Sergeant Slimmick, who are also on patrol with me.
Foot pursuit, Orange County. Mounted 14 foot pursuit, Belco.
Foot pursuit.
Where are you? Sergeant, we're running towards Silver Star. And I'm just pacing.
It happened so fast that you just respond. You know, I remember coming up on the radio and I got bonked out because he was already on the radio calling it out because he was obviously in the pursuit.
I take off running, chasing after him. He then pulls a firearm, shoots 2 rounds at me. It throws the sound first, so at first I'm like, hey, I thought it was a car backfiring. When I look back up, after looking over my shoulder, I then see that he's still shooting at me. I then pull my firearm and return fire at him as we run towards the city trends. We exchanged gunfire through the parking lot several times, shooting back and forth at each other.
As I came through the shopping center, I heard gunfire, and I could see the suspect firing at Deputy Kleinfelt, Deputy Kleinfelt returning fire.
We got shots fired. 1033, shots fired.
Shots fired.
Kind of give him a clear channel when he's chasing canine, please.
Clear channel.
Shoot at it! Right up the building, County shots fired, signal 43.
Signal 43, shots fired.
Location. Pine Hills and Silver Star. Pine Hills and Silver Star. Black male. White shirt. Blue shorts. Single barrel handgun. He dropped the gun.
At that point, I didn't even know if my partner had been shot or if he had shot the bad guy. I just heard the shots and went to where I needed to be.
He runs up here on the walkway ramp between the wall and the pillar and takes off running along the front of the business. I then take cover behind one of the pillars as I see that he's still shooting. So I cleared right here as he's still shooting at me. I then put my firearm around the side and start shooting back at him. We exchange gunfire through here. At one point, I see that he falls to the ground. I then come out and continue after him as he's crawling at the end of that walkway, trying to escape my rounds. At the end, I see that his handgun and his ID are right there, but I don't know if he's right here. So I clear the corner real quick and make sure that he's not there waiting to ambush me. I see that he's not, and that he's over at the vehicle that's at the next business over, trying to pull somebody out of a vehicle. I then recover the ID and handgun from the ground and take off running back towards him.
At the time, I thought it was carjacked because I didn't know he had disposed of the gun. I couldn't see his hands at that time. As I came to a sliding stop, I could tell that he didn't have a gun on him. And as I was exiting my vehicle, he ran into the barbershop, which is the Chicken Sassy. I jumped back into my vehicle, gave all the radio information of where he was.
He went into Chicken Sassy. All right, let's settle down and put up a perimeter so we can contain him. Counter this score. Chicken Sassy, 2702. 2702.
As he's running in there, people frantically come running out saying, he's in there, he's in there, he's in there.
If he's going in, he could possibly come out the backside. So I took up a spot in the back of the building waiting for in case, and we had to clear a restaurant that was next door. So we took care of that, my sergeant and I took care of that and covered the back door as best we could.
Since I was in the back, I could hear on the radio and in person that they were yelling at him, trying to get him to, disarm and, come out of the building.
I got a visual. Looks like he's got some people hostage. Stand by. I need you to go to the Citgo and secure that car. Where's your ass? Get down, get down. He's got a cover. He's using a man as a cover. We got a hostage situation.
He then runs out with runs out of the store, holding like he has a firearm up to somebody's side.
Randy, he's only holding his hand there. He's only holding his hand there. He's got a hostage. He's got a hostage. Get on the ground.
I then order him to surrender. He doesn't comply. In fear that he was going to shoot the guy that he had hostage, I told him, I said, I'm fixing to shoot you, I will kill you, I will kill you. I was preparing myself to take a headshot, because he was using the guy as cover. I had no other options. At that point, he then complied, laid down, and then he was taken into custody.
Everybody, the subject is secure. Kill your siren, please. Subject is secure. County, I'm out of 14. I was not shot, and I am 10-4, and the subject appears 10-4 as well.
He did an outstanding job, and all the deputies that were working that day did a great job.
I just did what my training told me to do, and what my instincts said, just to keep on chasing the guy. So it's just a risk that you take sometimes.
We're proud of him. We hope he continues to produce the significant results that he did in the previous year. He had over 175 arrests and wrote over 500 citations in 1 year. So I believe that that's a good number for any law enforcement officer in any police agency. I had a brief conversation with him recently about the award nomination, and what he said to me was, he said, Sheriff, it's just all in a day's work. He has a wonderful attitude. He comes to work, he says, listen, my morale is high every day because he's motivated to go out and put somebody in jail and then help the citizen at the same time. But I do want to offer my heartfelt appreciation to Deputy Kleinfelt for the good work that he did during 2010 to earn the recognition as the Florida Sheriff's Association Deputy of the Year.